Hi, I'm Samina. Welcome to this edition of What's Wellness. Let me welcome my guest here, Deepak Chopra. Welcome to our first edition here. And I'm going to start off by asking you the first question that we always ask whenever we do this program, which is, what's wellness?
Wellness is the harmonious interaction of all the elements and forces of nature as they express themselves in your biology. So, the word healing and the word holy and the word whole are all the same word. And healing is the return of the memory of wholeness. It's a higher state of consciousness where you spontaneously make the choices that create balance in your body, mind and spirit.
I have to ask you about your one of the titles of your book called Peace is the Way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people are of the opinion that this word called peace is just a cliche. It doesn't have any meaning anymore. Would you agree with that? Is peace attainable in this world?
It's a very important question, actually. Is peace attainable in the world? Because there's never been peace in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We have these romantic ideas that once upon a time there was a golden age where there was peace, and there never was. The planet is 3.8 billion years old.
Mm-hmm.
Human beings have existed for about approximately 60,000 years, and they've always been violent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the reason why we survived.
Mm-hmm.
If we weren't predators or violent as a species, we would have long ago been consumed by a tiger for breakfast or lunch or dinner. So we have this response in us which says that in a threatening situation, you either fight or you run. And so, it's an important question. If we're so programmed for violence by our limbic and reptilian brains, which are much more ancient than our cortical brain, which is only very recent evolutionary development, is it foolish to ask whether we can create peace in the world? The problem is that if we stay with our violent habits, which are ancient and therefore difficult to get rid of, and we also now have modern capacities where those ancient habits and modern capacities spell only one thing: extinction. And even so-called superpowers will become irrelevant in the next 10 years because you won't need weapons. Anybody with a little handheld computer like the one I have in my pocket, it's a cell phone, but it's also a computer. I can move electrons and hijack all the planes in the sky by interfering with their traffic signals. Yeah. I can cut off electricity in New York City and suffocate it, interfere with pacemakers, respirators, elevators, freezers, poison the food chain, cause a nuclear plant to leak. So the democratization of violence will be such that superpower like America will become irrelevant in the world. Furthermore, we will definitely risk our extinction. So the question is not whether peace is possible or not. The question is, if it's not possible, we are finished.
I understand
and
that.
We're done with. This planet will be in the dust heap of eternity, somewhere in the junkyard of infinity. And so what do we do? And I think what we have is an opportunity right now to do something which never has been done in the history of the planet. And that is use music, use entertainment, use storytelling, use the media, use information technologies, use journalism, use education. If we combine the combined power of media, entertainment, and education and enlightenment, media, entertainment, education, and enlightenment, which means me, okay?
The long one. Now, do you think
then we save ourselves.
So do you think the Homo sapiens should become Homo spiritus, if I may say that?
That's a very good way of saying it. Jonas Salk said, survival of the fittest belongs to the old paradigm. The survival of the wisest is the new paradigm. And wisdom is that knowledge which nurtures the ecosystem. And we are part of an ecosystem. And symbiotic relationships are how we'll survive. Predatory relationships are a relic of the past. And there's another principle in evolutionary biology which says that a permanently victorious species risks its own extinction. We are permanently victorious now, but we have to get rid of racism, ethnocentrism, bigotry, hatred, prejudice, which are tribal habits that are relics of the past.